So I'm back. Right, so now let's move on to the next endpoint, which is that we wanna create another get endpoint if we wanna get a specific expense element. In this case we have 3 right now, so we wanna get one of those and then display it. So basically we get an ID, the path, the route, what specific token you need to use. I'm not entirely sure, but okay, alright, it's a path. And then from 0 to 9. Let me know if you prefer me talking or not. It might be annoying to you guys. Let me know in the comments. I'm not sure if this works like that, but that's how you do it in Bind. So request response, and then you basically want to get the specific, right? So first of all, we basically want to get the ID, right? And then fixed expenses dot we can get there's no need for, okay, we need a way, I think, because we have a thing. I'm trying to do this without looking up anything. Wait, dot body, I think. Is there param? Nah, there's no param. But its value is never used. Okay, now I'm stuck. Great. Okay, there's params. Interesting. Why use GIF has no effect? Expression. I like this one because we have to parse it, right? We have to wait for the body to. Okay. Okay, params. And then we can check. We can get the expense ID, fake expenses, fine expenses. If yeah, should use. Oh no need for return, right? Just ID dot expenses dot ID. Whether it appears to be unintentional because the types pattern have no overlap. Interesting. Let me check if I made any mistake. Yeah, I forgot I need to parse. There's no need for a sing. Okay, okay. So number in parse in type strings. Okay, maybe I should do it like this. It doesn't work. Hono. So let me ask ChatGPT if it detects something. Because I'm clueless right now. Oh my god. Oh, there's something I didn't notice yet. Use rec body directly. Yeah, I just realized something. You don't actually need a sing if you use express.json. If you use this middleware, you don't have to use a sing. But because I wanna understand the fundamentals, right? Because I wanna still use a sing in my code, right? But though it's unnecessary, I think it's quite. At least it's for me, for my understanding, for my learning. I think I need to use a sing and wait. And this still valid. This is still valid code, but this one I'm not entirely sure why gives me this error because I'm not used to it. Oh, interesting. So instead of like, okay, this is how you do it in Express. Got it. But then what on earth is this? Why it has the number 10 here? Not really sure, but it's okay. Now it's number, okay, nice. And then we check if it's false, then basically we return pawn dot not. I'm not sure what to put. So status 404 JSON expenses not found. Then we can put return dot JSON fake expenses wait a minute, expense ID number minus one, right? What on earth is going on? Oh, whoops. What is not working? Maybe I'm too tired right now to notice the mistake. Oh, it's not expense ID. It's just expense. I don't get that. So this may be a mistake. There's no mistake, I think. I'm not entirely sure why. Should work. Who knows? Maybe I need to Let's try something. Maybe we should try this. Let's try one. Okay, not found for some reason. What if we try two? Cannot as well. Interesting. Why is that? Why we need to? Okay, I noticed something. Maybe I should put some number in here. I don't know why. Better ask ChatGPT why we have to put number. Maybe this will work now. So okay, let me try turn the client first. Hopefully this work. Okay, it doesn't work. Interesting. Oh, okay. I understand now. It doesn't bun. Oh, okay. I realized something now. I understand why I don't need this. Actually, I don't need this. Just do it like this. Okay, this is much. Okay, some aspect of Express seems more simpler. That's interesting. Let me check if this will work. I need to start it again, I guess. Now I get it now. So this is how you do it if you have like this path. I think it's called dynamic something, dynamic path. I don't know. Let me try check it in Hono. Path parameter. Okay, it's called path parameter. It's called reg. Okay, so for Hono, so earlier I used regex. Yep, regex to do the thing that I just did. But this is how you do it in Express. I assume it's only including until 9. Put this 10. Let me try 10 first. File. So I need to still restart it. Okay, this is kind of getting annoying. Because with Bun I don't have to restart the server too many times. Of course you cannot find it. Okay, still can found it 10. So it's including 10. What about 0? Is it still including 10? What about 11? Does it still include 11? Okay. Still including 11, so I'm not sure why. What's the meaning of 10 here? Let me ask. Maybe it means any number. Why the number 10? It's basically a radix parameter. The radix parameter specifies the base of the numeral system to be used for the conversion. For example, a radix of 10 means that the number should be parsed as a decimal base 10 number. Okay. So it's basically based on the base 10 numbers, parsed based on that. That's interesting. I need to look up this thing later on after this to understand more, but it's okay. As of now, still works, but still I didn't get the answer. Does it mean I can just use any number? Because it seems like safety if you think about it. Because maybe we have only until 3, right? But nah, I think it's still safe because we have this condition. Let me just verify just in case. Maybe I don't understand something here. What does it mean? So express doesn't doesn't use voice parameter. Correct. Express root parameters do not support regular expression directly within the root path. Express uses a simple placeholder for root parameters. Here's a quick overview. This is quite interesting. If you want to use validation, where on earth? Correct. Express root parameters do not support regular expressions directly within the root path. Express uses simple placeholders for root parameters. Here's a quick overview. Use Express will match any value for param. If you need to restrict the values of use more complex pattern, you have to handle this logic manually within your root handler or use middleware. Interesting. I have to handle it manually. Oh my god. So actually, Express is kind of a bit. It's kind of a bit more complicated than Hono because you have to handle it manually. If you use Hono, you basically can use regex for to handle more complex pattern. I thought it's gonna be a little bit more straightforward, just use regex, but nope. You're gonna do it manually. So this is how you do it manually, I guess. I see. If ID number less than 0, if ID okay, if there's no ID, validation middleware. If you want to use validation middleware, you can write custom middleware to enforce certain patterns. So I see now. So basically I have to create another manual code for this to use regex. Okay, that's interesting. So Ono basically has automated for ourselves to use. Okay, let's write this code, but I wanna know how. Maybe I can just. I kind of remember because I've done this something. This I have tinkered with Next with this kind of middleware before when I was learning Node.js, but I didn't implement it in my backend projects because I was focusing on the front end. So I kind of forgot, but I still remember that Next is basically you there's a HTTP request, and then it will go through the middleware, and then it will go. This Next is basically will go. There's there's this like middleware chaining, I guess. Depends how you wanna call it, and then to response after. Yeah. Oh my goodness, what is going on? Maybe I'm so tired right now. So basically, it went from request to middleware or middlewares, and then to response, right? So tired to the point that I'm not even knowing what I'm talking right now. But it's okay. I assume you can create a middleware inside this. Let's call it validate ID. Validate ID ts. So let's just copy this and then write this function, this middleware function on our own. So validate id request, gonna use arrow function. Now doesn't really matter. Okay, it kind of does matter, but we're gonna use arrow function as response. Oh, response. Next function. So we basically got the request, right? Which is the param. And let's take the ID numbers. I'm not sure if I'm doing this right, but let's try it. Number parse in rec. Yeah, I think it's rec primes ID, and then we check if the ID rejects. I still don't know how to do rejects, but it's okay because most of the time I kind of use AI for it, but still useful to know some rejects. But for now, I'm not gonna focus too much on rejects, honestly. So much more useful things they need to learn than rejects, honestly. I know a bit about rejects, honestly. I've learned about rejects in the past, but I kind of forgot. So I kind of get the general idea of it. I don't know why it's giving me the error. Okay, of course it's gonna give me the error. Type number doesn't work on type number. Interesting. Maybe I need to put 10. No, it still doesn't work. Okay, it still doesn't work for some reason. We also don't want it to be less than 0. If one of these is false, then it's still gonna execute. Turn rest status 404 JSON error invalid. But the match is not. What? I still don't understand. Let me just copy this. Maybe this will help. Maybe I mistype. Nope, doesn't. It's not a mistype. So I don't know. What if I try to copy everything? Let's see if there's a similar mistake. It doesn't have a mistake. Oh, what? Oh, nice. See, you need a string. So I number. Now I understand. Because this is a string, right? We have to basically give it the. Oh, wait. Now I think it will work. Yep, it works. Now I just need to export it. I think I can export like this, I guess. And then I go to the expenses. Expenses. Oh, nope, validate ID right there. And then I just put validate ID right here, I think. Yep. Okay, let's try until 10, right? So if my logic is correct, it should give me an error if I ask for 10. Expense API expenses. It doesn't seem to work. Oh my goodness. Wait a minute. Let's say I've got 10, right? I've got 10, and then if it doesn't match that, it's gonna give us false, and then it has exclamation mark, so it's gonna give me true. So if one of these is true, then it's gonna return invalid ID. But why it doesn't work? I'm not entirely sure why. Is this maybe because I didn't export it right? This is how you export middleware. So what does I see? So 0 until 9 doesn't mean that it's only from 0 to 9. It means something else. So I assume wrongly. I incorrectly assume that it means 0 to 9. Okay. So it's basically consists only of one or more digits. Maybe one day I will create a video about regex, because it's kind of interesting to know about regex. The more you know. In 40 minutes doing this. It's okay, we're learning something. Okay, now I know how to create middleware. Express. I need to delete. Similarly, I need to delete. Okay. So just for fun, I'm just gonna type everything back just to solidify my understanding. Right. Request response ID. So in this case, if I want to delete it, I basically need the same thing, but I need the index, right, to delete something. Oops, why on earth I need that? This is index. So in this case, I'm gonna find the index. So expense, and this one shouldn't be expenses. Should be just expense. So similar to previous one. Yes, I get the index and then check if the index -1, right? If it's false, I think it's gonna return -1 if I'm not mistaken. It's been a while since you find index. Yep, it's gonna return -1. So return, I think it return the same thing probably. I'm gonna ask ChatGPT to verify it for me. Then I'm gonna splice it. I'm also gonna delete the expenses. Deleted expense. So fake expenses plus add index, add start number, yeah, and then delete count 1. That's it. I'm gonna get 0. And then we basically gonna return C. I mean, uh, respond.json. Expense we might want to see its expenses just to see it's been deleted, right? Maybe we can do something like this: expenses, fake expenses, and then maybe I can do delete it like that. So we can try test it out. Done the client, delete. Let's test it out. This okay. Fake expenses, we deleted number 1. That's okay, it works. Nice. Works fine. Now we have created basically all of the main endpoints. Then what we want to do next is basically, let me check. I think it's time for us to do the front end part, and then the 10 stack query. I think I need to, who knows, maybe, you know what, I'm just gonna take a bit of rest by playing some chess, of course. Let's play chess. I don't know, it's been a while since I played chess. Whatever. With division, so I'm just gonna play this. We should put here. It's probably not know, doesn't know what to do next. Interesting. So it puts there, and then it's me. So I need to put there just to block the queen. Interesting. So I feel like I need to castle right now, probably. I think I should push it there. The focus right here, right? The focus right here. I need to remove this. So I should put it right there. I wanna push this side. Come bro, come on. If it goes here, I eat. And then if it goes here, I eat. So I take double basically. Actually, this is a new account, honestly, because I don't wanna show my name, obviously. I don't think that's not. I don't think that's against the rule, because hopefully this player is better than me. You should just take his time a lot. I think I realized he made a big mistake, because like there's no point in moving that horse or the rook. If he goes here, I can just go there. Then he eats this. I can eat. He cannot move there. Moves there. Because I can eat as well. This I can eat. So he has to go back either way. So if I keep pushing here and then pushing here, yes, I eat. And then I'm gonna win just by time. No, I think I know what he's trying to do. What is he's trying to do? I'm not really sure. I should probably do it. Put this. He has to run away, right? I don't know if I should do that. So this obviously he's trying to get this. I just forget, because it's been a long time since I played chess. Probably 3 months. Kinda need to sharpen back my skill. Whoa, there's you know, don't mind the ads for some reason. I just noticed the ads. It's a very weird ads. Okay, I don't know why it showed me that. Finally, seems like I'm winning. Just realized nobody eat anything yet. No, that's so funny. Easy win for me, honestly. This part. He overlooked something. I think he's gonna resign probably because of time, and then made a blunder. But he can actually overcome this if he knows what he's doing. It's very easy to just avoid the rook. Just need to move backward, bro. Just move the bishop backwards, bro. It's not that hard. What? That's too easy, bro. Not sure why he doesn't move away his bishop. Interesting. Maybe I should just move this a little bit back, I guess. Nah, he's targeting there. I know what he's targeting. I know what I need to do. I put there. I still got my move, bro. I still got it. Do it. Boom, just like that. Just like that. He's gonna resign probably. Yep. No wait. Game review 87%. I play like a 1250. Not bad, honestly. So okay, this part. That's probably it for this chess game. I'm gonna take some rest. Alright, so I'm back now. Let me check if everything's ready. Okay, so it's basically the last time is what we had for the server. And then we basically right now we have to do the front end part. Okay, so let me go to vid, get started, and we basically want to do the routing. So where is it? npm. Basically gonna create the front end. Yes, what's that name? Front end. Gonna do React. Yep, React. And then TypeScript only. And then cd front end. Then npm install. Oh, cd front end. Npm install. And after I do the front end part, I wanna do the fetching part. Okay, so okay, everything was fine. So let me test it out. npm dev. Whoa, whoops. Let me test it out. So there you go. It works. Just a bit typical front end project. Now it gives me an error. What is going on? Why does it give me error? It's not under root dir. Interesting. Ah, I see. Now I see what's going on. Because if you compare it with the other project is basically, oh, I see now. I noticed something. I cannot do it similarly with Hono, I think. So there's something I need to change. So this folder should be inside here, I think, inside the server. Wait a minute, I wanna test something out. Can I still run the server without this file, this folder? So npm run dev. Okay, okay, okay. Still working. API slash expenses still working fine. So I don't really need to have a this folder, I guess. I'm not really sure why I needed this folder though. Let me ask ChatGPT. Is this folder necessary to run the server? Is this folder necessary to run the server? Okay, so the this folder is not strictly necessary to run a TypeScript. There's no TS server. If you're using TS node that allows you to run TypeScript files directly without needing to compile them to JavaScript first. However, the this folder is commonly used when you want to compile your TypeScript code to JavaScript. Yep, this part I understand. Maybe in a production environment, we need to use the this folder, right? So that's fine. That's okay because we will create a environment where you can basically go through the server through the same origin. So basically gonna be uh, I'm just gonna show you what I mean. So I'm gonna show what is so on the root there. Let's get to all the source file. So yeah, because we wanna have it in the same origin, and we wanna basically make the front end basically the main path, and then from there we can go to the server. We're gonna use root there in this tsconfig.json, I think. So instead of that, we basically wanna comment this out. That's probably gonna give, yep, there's no error now. But there's something though. Can it still run the server without the root file? I think it can. Let me just test it out. Okay. So this basically API expenses. Okay, if I wanna add one, you can get 1, 2. Okay, still working. Nice. And then we're gonna close the server, and then we can now focus on the front end part. Finally. So the front end part, what we wanna do is basically install some dependencies. And first dependencies is basically Tailwind CSS. Then it's basically very easy to set up, install framework guys, invite, and then using React. Okay, already create the React by the Vite project, and then we're gonna install Tailwind CSS through the front end directory, I think. And then also the npx. And by the way, I'm not gonna do just web development, just as a reminder. I'm gonna do other things as well because I wanna do some more complex project. But it takes some steps, right? So I'm gonna do web development and some mathematics and some data structuring algorithm. I think if I focus on these three parts, I think I can become like who knows, someone who can do or handle complex projects. I know that's kind of seem far off, but if I stay consistent, then I will get there basically. And hopefully I can get there before after 3 years. In a 3 years period, because I'm gonna graduate in 3 years. So yep, that's it. And today, right now I'm having a semester break. So there's 40 days left for my semester break. So I'm gonna make a lot of videos. So if you watch this far, please consider subscribing to this channel because I'm gonna make this kind of video a lot. And of course, I think I'm also gonna make some tutorials as well. Tutorial is basically something that I found out, some of the things that I found out during my journey, I guess. So without further ado, let's just move forward. And then I need to install this one. Oh, I already installed it. Okay, okay, I didn't install it yet, right? I already installed it twice. Okay, well, already exists. Nice, whatever. Configure your template paths. So I need to go to tailwind.config.js. Then I need to put this here. add the Tailwind directives. Nice. Source CSS, and then I'm gonna delete everything here. Good. Then I'm just gonna build the process npm run dev. Then let me try and see. Okay, it's working. Okay, everything's fine. And then I'm gonna start using it. Okay, so now I'm gonna install cn. Okay, and by the way, this is my first time using Tailwind CSS, so I kind of know the general idea behind the CSS, and it's been quite a while since I practice CSS or I make projects, front-end projects, because if you watch my previous, not my previous, earlier I talk about I've been doing, I've been trying to practice full stack development to the point that I have to sacrifice my front end skills because it's been a while since I since I do front end projects. Okay, so I have to remember again. I need to sharpen up my skills again, basically. So this is basically the chat CN right here. It's quite a useful library. It's not a library. Okay, it's a component library. Okay, so I need to go to docs installation. I need to choose vid. Right, and then I need to go npm. Right, so right, I already clarified. I forgot. So edit tsconfig.json file. tsconfig.json file. Not this one. Is it? Yep, this one. So I need to copy this, follow the instruction, then just edit tsconfig app.json. Then I need to go so within the compiler options, then comma here, oops, comma there. Everything goes fine, nice. Then we're gonna update the vid.config.ts. So npm, I don't know what this thing do. Okay, updating the types, I guess. Importing the types. Everything works fine. And then we're gonna update the vid.config.ts. Okay. So you need to import path, and then we're gonna resolve it. Okay. Why on earth is not giving me? Okay, because I don't have a bracket here. Okay, so now I need to run cni. I think I've done everything right before this. Yep. Hopefully it will run no problem. Yep. Okay. Default. Let's choose neutral. Yes. I'm using custom. Yep. Configure import is configure. No. Yes. So now it builds here. Great. Wonderful. So now, before I do anything with the app.tsx, I need to install the 10 stack router, which is a library, routing library. Oh no, I should do that first, I think. Or maybe not. Let's focus on which is the easier. I want a 10 stack router first. So this is basically 10 stack router, and gonna install it. We're gonna choose the latest part, and then we're gonna take this, and then we basically gonna install it in the front end directory, I think. So now we can create a routes folder, I think, and then we can create oops tsx, I think. Doesn't updating anything for some reason. Let me check. Oh, not route, it's root. Yeah, I forgot. Well, before that, I also need to update the scripts. Let me update the scripts. So I need to ask ChatGPT for this because it's kind of annoying going through the express. I mean, because I'm using Node, right? Give me, honestly, I need to just delete this. You give me scripts for TSS. I mean, for package, but for Vite to what is going on? To start and force start and def. scripts dev void vid node server index.js. I'm using it. It gives me JavaScript, and I'm using TypeScript. If you're using TypeScript in express.js project with Vibe, you'll need to adjust the scripts to compile the TypeScript files before running them. Wait, let me check something. Bun. I need to go bun and then let me check, guys. Still on TypeScript. Package JSON. Recommend package for your library. Stack Dev. Let me just use this and let me see if this. I don't know if it's gonna work. Who knows? So, wait, because if you notice for bun, right, it uses this. Check if I'm still recording. Yep, I'm still recording. Good. Wait a minute. Maybe instead of doing that, I probably should do something like this. I don't know, just a feeling though. So npx npm vi. I don't know if that's gonna work or not. Let's see. For the build, it's basically maybe something like this. So I'm just gonna verify with ChatGPT just in case. What about this? Okay, so this is very interesting if you can see it. So yeah, it's generally it's okay, but it's not that complete. So I need to do something like this. That's interesting. This starts the Vite development server, which is useful for front-end development. The SC command assumes you have a TSS config.json properly set up to output your compiled files to this directory. Okay, now I understand. Okay, I understand. So the TSC is basically if you wanna compile it into the this folder, which is what we're gonna do before we deploy into fly.io. So I'm just gonna copy everything here. What's going on now? That's good. So let's try to run it. F. See what's okay. Let me try. Okay, it works fine. Good. Now I've updated the scripts, so we can move on with what we were doing before. Routing, right? Yep. So routing. So what? It's not updating. Sometimes it will automatically update, or maybe it will update. So let me test it out. Let's go to the quick start. Oh yeah, I forgot about this. I need to install the Vite plugin. So I need to terminate this. Yep, forgot about it. You know, to make sure it will work with the Vite, so I need to configure it. That's cool. Then we need to configure the Vite plugin. No, I really can't wait when I will do everything without having to think. But it takes some time to get there. So import define config from vi. I already have that, so I need to import this. It's declared by its value is never read. Okay, fine. So I need to take this and then put it here. Oops, just like that. Now I think it will work. So let's go to the root. Now it already updates. I know it's gonna update. It's gonna update. If everything works fine, it's gonna update for you automatically. Then we have this component, right? We also, because it is the root, right? So I'm gonna basically take everything here and then change it with this. This is basically where I took it from. So I might take a break at 5:30. This gonna be a long video, and I'm probably gonna play some chess after this. Who knows? And then I'm gonna remove this because we don't need it for now. And then this is basically our link. Okay, basically we have a about. So I think it's gonna show it, right. Before that we need to create expense.tss root. Okay, automatically create for us. So we basically, this is gonna be our main page. Okay, so we're gonna create a function called expense. Sorry, probably, I don't know. We will experiment with it. Let me see what the tutorial use for the name. So not expense, but fine, we will use its name. Parse, yep, update the import. and then we basically put right here. So now we're gonna, it's basically our root for index, basically our root path, and then what's going on, and then we're basically gonna create, we're basically gonna fetch. Before we fetch, we need to build the UI first, where it's gonna show up. So then we basically just gonna, oh yeah, we don't have the component library yet, the card component we don't install it yet. So shed cm UI. So if you don't know how to install it, you can just go to the docs, you go to the components, you go to the card, and then you just copy this npm installation, and then just gonna install it. Done. I might build it later after this video, because I don't wanna expose my some of the things in the backend, because I'm not really used to it. After that, if I think everything is that's, if it's fine, then I'm just gonna show it in the future video. But now we have the card right here, so we can import it. Now basically we can import it, import the card. We're gonna import not just the card, but also actually all of this, and then we're gonna take everything here, and we're gonna paste it in. And by the way, the shortcut is basically Control K plus Control F, I think. Control K, Control F, yep, to make the, to rearrange the code, make it looks nicer. Okay, not to make proper indentation. Yeah, that's what I mean. So now it should look like, so let me check back. So we have total spend, and then what the card the description is, the total amount we've spent. We're not gonna need, and then now we basically need to install one more library, and then it's called 10 stack query. So we need to install 10 stack query, but before that, let me check if everything works. npm run dev, everything works fine. I think still showcasing the TSS. I'm not really sure why. Maybe I need to remove it. What if I remove it? Let's see. For that, I'm just gonna copy everything just in case everything falls apart. And before that, I'm just gonna class, because we have Tailwind, right? Dark. It's gonna show dark. No, it's not gonna show dark for some reason. Maybe because I need to restart it. Let me see if, whoa, what's going on? Let me restart the server again. Doesn't show color dark for some reason. I don't know why. We'll figure it out. Wait a minute. Let me check something. Oh yeah, I know why. I need to basically import some this thing. So I noticed something. I need to import this part. This part. Yeah, I need to import this part. Forgot about it. So I need to go to domain CSS. Router is not used for some reason. So I need to take this and put it here. Okay. Type bar is not assigned to type only fine, so we need to remove this because we don't have the about. And why apps.json, but it's very never used. Yep, because we don't need it. Now it's basically gonna go into the index.css, so we can remove this file safely. Let me check first. Nice. Now this is what it looks like. After that, okay, I need to change something here. So the card content is basically where we need to put the data. Before we need to put the data, we need to basically fetch it. But before we need to fetch it, we need to use okay, for as a Hono RPC. But for expenses, we don't have that, I think. So let me wait. Before that, let me verify it. Let me see if, otherwise we have to do it manually, I guess. So there was a dog outside. I thought it was something else. There was a wild dog outside. I have to check. So let's just, so I'm gonna start this recording.